Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to jump into the incredibly complex world of the artist Carnage One and Only. We're going to piece together a philosophy that's really built from pain, from defiance, and ultimately from the radical power of creating your own reality. Right from the jump, you see this theme, and it's really the anchor for everything. It tells you you're entering a world that's defined by this immense pressure, this heavy responsibility, and the burden that comes with, well, just seeing things for what they are. It's a heavy crown for sure, but as we're about to find out, it's one the artist chooses to wear. Okay, so to really get what the artist is doing, we first have to try and see the world through their eyes. And in their view, reality isn't what it seems. It's a broken, manipulated system, a concept they call the prism. So what is the prism? Well, the way the artist describes it, after some cataclysmic atomic bomb, we are all left in this fractured quantum world, and our minds are essentially offline. Now, this isn't just a cool metaphor. For them, it's a real framework for understanding a society they see as cold and callous, a place where nothing is quite what it seems. And who's responsible for this messed up reality? It's a vague but, very powerful they. This idea of a controlling system, one that uses mind manipulation and indoctrination to keep everyone in line, it's absolutely fundamental to the artist's entire critique of the world. Now, this idea of a distorted world, it's not just some big abstract theory. It has this very real, very personal weight, and it shows up as this deep internal struggle. The artist gets incredibly raw about these personal battles, asking, does happiness even exist for a man with depression? The lyrics really paint this vivid picture of someone who feels like a time bomb ticking, someone who pushes away anyone who gets too close, all while wrestling with a pain that just feels like it's taken over everything. This single number, 27. It looks simple, but it is loaded with so much grief. It's a direct reference to the infamous 27 Club, and the artist brings up lost friends, Gavin, Brandon, Brian, again and again, saying, I carry them. So this number, it's not a statistic. It's a constant, haunting symbol of the heavy cost of survival. And this pain, it's just woven all through the lyrics like a dark thread. You hear it in phrases like being mentally entangled or in that internal battle, the devil waging the war with the angel. And you feel that deep, deep isolation when every door feels boarded shut and you're left feeling wholly forsaken. But here's the thing. Faced with all this pain in this broken world, the artist doesn't just surrender. Not at all. Instead, they begin this very deliberate search for answers, for a completely new way of looking at things. This question right here, this marks a huge turning point. It's a conscious decision to stop passively accepting the reality you're given and to start actively challenging it, to go out and find knowledge and perspectives that exist way outside of the normal story. And as part of that quest, the source material shows them engaging with a really wide range of external ideas, some of them pretty controversial. This whole exploration seems to be part of a bigger project to just understand different arguments and to forge their own unique worldview from all of it. And all of the searching, it leads us to the absolute core philosophy of this whole explainer. If the world is just a broken story written by somebody else, then the greatest act of rebellion, the greatest act of healing, is to write your own. This slide just lays out the central conflict so perfectly. You've got two choices, right? On one side, there's their creation, a simulation built on lies and indoctrination. And on the other side, that's your creation, a world that you get to author yourself, where you really can be what you dream, and you hold the power to recreate it. This is the powerful shift in identity. This is everything. The artist stops being just a character in the story and becomes the sole creator of their own reality. They are the author-illustrator of their own life. And this isn't just some vague philosophical concept. The artist actually lays out a clear 5-step process. It starts with self-awareness, learning to interrupt your own negative thoughts. Then it moves to intentional creation, manifesting what you want, accepting what you can't control, and finally, grounding it all in self-love, which is described as the source of it all. Okay, so all of this is building to a really powerful conclusion. It's not about escaping the darkness, it's about learning to use it. It's about transforming all that pain into power and finding strength right there in the scars. This is the ultimate reframing. The thing that feels like a breaking point is actually a breakthrough. The place where you feel buried, what they call a tomb, is revealed to actually be a cocoon. The very moment you thought you were failing is the exact moment you find your freedom. And this is the final revelation. The ultimate power isn't found by escaping the darkness or waiting for someone to turn on a light. It's found by generating your own light from within it. When the world's lights go out, your own world lights up. It's just a profound statement of self-reliance. So this entire journey, from pain to purpose, from being a character to becoming the author, it leaves all of us with one really critical question. The artist took the pen. Who's holding yours?